If you follow the news headline, real estate feels like a massive guessing game. One day you hear prices are hitting all-time high, and the next day you hear the market is freezing up. So how do you actually figure out what is happening? Not just nationwide, but in your specific neighborhood. It all comes down to one single concept: real estate inventory. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are breaking down the exact mechanics of real estate supply and demand. We will look at what inventory actually means, how to define a buyer's market, a seller's market, and the balanced market. And then we are coming back to San Francisco Bay Area to look at the real data and see where we actually stand right now. Let's dive right in. So what is inventory? In simple terms, inventory is the total number of homes actively listed for sale on the market at any given moment. But looking at just the raw number of homes for sale doesn't tell you the whole story. A city like Los Angeles will naturally have way more homes for sale than a small city like Haywood. To make numbers comparable, real estate economists use a metric called month of supply, sometimes called month of inventory, MSI. So how do we calculate this? It's quite simple. You take your total active listings and divide by the total monthly closed sales. Think about it this way. If no new homes came on the market starting today, how many months would it take for every single current listing to sell based on the current pace of buyer demand? This metric is the only holy grail of real estate analytics. Once you have your month of supply, economists divide the housing world into three distinct categories. First is the balanced market, 4 to 6 months of supply. This is the sweet spot. Sellers get fair market value. Buyers have enough option to take their time to do inspection, negotiate contingency. Neither side holds all the leverage. Second is the buyer's market, more than 6 months of supply. When inventory climbs up above 6 months, supply outpaces demand, homes sit much longer, price drop become common, and buyers have the luxury of choice. You can ask for repairs, home warranties, and even price concessions. Sellers have to compete hard for your attention. Third is the seller's market, less than 4 months of supply. When inventory drop below 4 months, and especially when it dip below 2 months, demand crushes supply. Home moving faster, bidding war erupt, and buyers frequently find themselves competing against multiple offers, often paying over the asking price. Now, keep those numbers in mind. 4 to 6 months is considered balanced market. Let's look at what's actually happening in the San Francisco Bay Area right here, because the number might shock you. If you look across the 9 counties of San Francisco Bay Area, the overarching theme is pretty clear. We are in a deep inside the seller's market. In fact, most of the region is operating at a fraction of balanced market. Let's break down the data by region in San Francisco County. San Francisco is historically one of the tightest and most competitive market in the country. Single-family home inventory sits around 1.1 month of supply. Even more telling is the sales to list price ratio, which is averaging around 121% to 100 to 25% for single-family home. That means well-priced home in neighborhood like Outer Sunset, No Valley aren't just selling; they are actually fetching 20% or more over asking with multiple offers. Keep that in mind, condos in San Fran are slightly softer, sitting around 2 to 4 monthly supply, offering a bit more breathing room. So moving down to the Peninsula and Silicon Valley, San Mateo and Santa Clara counties. Down to 280 and 101 in tech hub like Palo Alto, Menlo Park, Sunnyvale, and Cupertino, inventory is heavily constrained at about 1.4 to 1.8 month supply. Median days on market for a single family home dropped down to between 11 to 14 days. High earning buyer pool backed by tech equity and strong compensation keep the floor exceptionally high. And in the East Bay, Alameda and Contra Costa counties, covering cities like Haywood, Fremont, Oakland, and Walnut Creek, Alameda County is running at about 1.6 months of inventory, with a strong sale-to-list ratio about 110%. Home moving fast, averaging between 20 days on market, driven by buyers looking for slightly more square footage while staying within strike distance of job centers. Across almost the entire Bay Area, inventory is hovering well below that 4 to 6 month balance threshold. But put simple, demand continues to outpace the physical supply of housing. So what's the big takeaway from all of this data? If you're a buyer, do not wait around hoping for a massive market crash in the core Bay Area. Within inventory hovering between 1 and 2 months, low supply acts as a permanent shock absorber for prices. To win, You need to be hyper prepared. Get your pre-approval locked down with a lender who understands complex tax compensation like RSUs. Track new listing daily and move concisely when a good property hits. If you're a seller, you are in a great position of strength, but execution matters. Even in the seller's market, buyers are certificated. Homes that are overpriced or poorly prepared will sit long, but a property that's priced right, staged, and marketed aggressively will command top dollar and multiple offers. Understand inventory is your best defense against market hype. Don't listen to the emotional headline. Look at the monthly of supply, look at the data, and make your real estate move strategically. If you found this breakdown helpful, please make sure to hit this like button and subscribe to the channel for more local real estate insights. And drop a comment below and let me know which Bay Area city you want me to analyze next. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.